Yeah, baby! We just made the mac and cheese ain't for our fucking house, our AMC. They gotta play us. That's what I'm about to say. They gotta fucking play us, baby. Let's go.
Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Bingo stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounds, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes be tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like an on? Now who wanna move closing on? Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange upon 'em. Bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I'm over 2,000. I'm at 2,007 subscribers, so I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, if you are watching on Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, why the hell not? 2,007 people have. You should. So please go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for the notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat crew, we're doing super chats. So if you want to ask Brandon Seho a question or you got something crazy you want to ask Dale, give me super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, we always have the Jackpot Joey gear and this delicious award-winning beer. Hold on, I gotta pop this open here. If you guys have not had this yet, it's delicious. You should check it out. Kentucky people, there's a list on the Strawberry Ice Facebook page of the stores that it is in Kentucky. So we are officially in Kentucky. We're in Ohio. So go check it out. And just remember, portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Fund. So make sure you guys support that. Also, Betfred. If you guys have not signed up yet, there's the link, betfredsports.com/Ohio/BengalBoys_2. If you guys have not signed up for that yet, please do so. So you can get your legal bets in come January 1st. Now, I know a guy who is all over this. He's actually, I guess officially, this is what happens when you're sleeping. You don't know what happens. You know, you find out later. You know, you go and you have, I think, one of the best young cornerbacks on the team on your show. And then you find out your coach, your other buddy, have cohorted with his mom, and they're going to have their own jerseys called Juice Gang. I'm not in on this. We got to ask Dale about this. What's up with this?
What do you mean? At first, I wanted to be vanilla juice, and his mom loved that idea. I said, vanilla juice or thick juice? And I said, I'm spitballing here. We can think of something better. And she's like, I like vanilla juice. Nope, has to be 10 characters. So only 5 characters with juice. So then I was throwing out some other ones. Ghost juice, crunk juice, I didn't think of pimp juice. That would have been a good one.
Good.
But,
Unk juice. Unk juice.
but so his mom said we should do Juice Gang.
There you go.
And that way anybody and everybody can get accustomed and we can all be part of the Juice Gang.
There you go.
I ordered mine today.
Yeah, I got to get mine. I got to talk to the wife because I was spending money going to Florida and we got playoff tickets and other stuff. But
I know, Kane. Vanilla juice would have been so good. I was so disappointed.
I could have been ice juice, but I like.
You still could be.
Yeah, but I want to be part of the gang, man. Come on, I got to be. Anyway, enough of this talk. Let's get to the reason everybody's here. He's from the Mental Game.
I was also hoping to be Uncle Juice, but they didn't suggest
Unk Juice.
I was like, let me be the drunk uncle.
You're everybody's drunk uncle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, enough of you. Let's get the Brandon Sayer from
for
Channel 5 and
you're right.
The Mental Game podcast. Here's Brandon.
Pork juice.
Oh, what's up, brother? So what would your name be in the Juice Gang?
Oh man, I haven't thought about that. I like
I don't see anybody.
I like vanilla juice. Can
There
you
you
see
go.
me? You got me now, Dale?
Vanilla juice. Uh-oh. Dale, are you there?
Dale's, we might have lost Dale.
I think we lost Dale.
He's frozen. No, he's still there. He's moving his eyes. It's reloading. Something's going on.
He's spinning. I
don't know. I haven't really thought of that. I don't know what my favorite juice is orange juice. So I don't know, maybe orange juice.
Orange juice.
Yeah, I don't have any. I'm not juice. Like I'm not buff, so I can't do something like that. Throw me something in the chat. I need a suggestion in the chat.
Yeah. We got a lot of vanilla juice. They like that. There, here you go. He can always be that one. Big Daddy Diesel. There you go.
It's all Dale.
Pork chop got one. Pork juice. There you go.
Well, I met Pork Chop at the tailgate, right? I think I met him 2 weeks ago. So that was super cool.
Exactly.
I scared Dale out of here with the mustache.
I know. It's the porn stash. You ran him out here with that. Since James said it was awesome meeting you. You were hanging out in the Betfred Suites.
Yeah, it was awesome meeting James too. That was super fun. There was a lot of people that I'd obviously met on Twitter, like you, like Dale, like James, that I hadn't met before, and so that was super cool.
Exactly. So, all right, let's get to. Oh, he's going to try to reset. Dale says, "Yeah, he's got to jump."
He's coming in on the comments now. See, the good thing is this is the internet, so we have time. We can stall. We can do whatever we want. I had the beer, and it's super good. Is it from Brink, right?
Yeah, Brink Brewery. Yes.
Okay, so they sponsored. You're a West Sider. I'm a West Sider. They sponsored our softball team, the free agents, over playing at Hobner Field in White Oak.
Oh, cool.
And the year after I stopped playing, they won the championship. So obviously I had nothing to do with that
at all. So did you meet Andy, the owner of Brink? He was at the tailgate too.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
No, it's hard to keep everyone straight. I'm used to I don't know, the old job going in and kind of knowing everybody basically. And now it's the tailgate scene's awesome. It's so cool to experience it because for me, I've never done that. I mean, I did it in college in 2014, but since then,
right,
I hadn't been out.
It's sometimes overwhelming. Like 2 weeks ago when Courtney and Daryl Britt showed up,
yeah,
and Kathy Hirsch showed up, like everybody just like freaking swarmed us, and I'm like, talk to this person, like, and I had to go back the next day, like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't talk to you for very long.
Yeah.
I was talking to freaking everybody. It was insane.
You know what? Cool about that tailgate is there's a lot of things cool about the tailgate, but the Skyline waitresses that were serving the Skyline. Yeah, I used to go to the Covington Skyline for like 3 straight years because I lived right next to it and I hadn't seen her in a couple of years. So she looked at me right away, and it was kind of cool. When you connect with people, you're out and about in the city all the time.
Right.
It's so cool to meet people from different walks of life, different sides of town, all of that stuff. Brand Juice. BS Juice.
BS Juice.
Those are my initials, so it could work.
There you go. All right, so real quick, I want to get your thoughts on your former coworker there. George Vogel has announced his retirement. I don't think it's actually happening until March.
Right.
But I mean, I won't say I was shocked. I mean, he's been around since I was a kid. I mean, like I said, I said this yesterday to Tom Brenneman. I said, George is one of the last. Actually, he is the last local sportscaster that I watched, growing up. So it's making me feel old that he's retiring. What's your thoughts on George and working with him?
I love George to death. I mean, him and I are twins, besides him being 70 years older than me. But we had a lot of fun together. I mean, that guy's my mentor, great coworker, one of my best friends, honestly. We talk all the time, if not every day, every other day, or at least a couple times a week. And so I knew it was coming. I didn't know he was going to announce it, like have a victory tour. I didn't know he was going to do like,
right. Big deal.
Yeah. I didn't know he was going to be like those MLB players that go to each ballpark and get the standing ovation. Now he's going to go to every high school basketball stadium and get that, or
he's going to get a rocket chair and all that stuff from everybody.
Exactly. But no, I love the guy to death. He was awesome to work with. Him and I had a very, very tight relationship and team chemistry, with just both being guys that grew up in Cincinnati, love Cincinnati sports, and he helped me through some of my darkest times too. So I have a lot of respect for George, and it's going to be a lot of golf, a lot of bourbon, a lot of UC games that he might not remember after he's done. But he's the GOAT. He's a Cincinnati sports GOAT, and you're right. He is. Hey, Dale. He is the last one of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to call him old, but he is.
He's
the
old.
older generation of the George Vogels, Ken Bruce, the John Popovich, all of those guys. Shoot, now Joe D's the oldest one, right?
Yeah, I know. And he's the one that looks like he's 12.
He's my other mentor. Like, I love that. I came up under him at Fox 19 in like 2013, 2014. And so he taught me a lot about stuff about sports. But yeah, now he's the old grandpa now. And he's like, I don't even know. He's got to be 40, but barely.
Yeah. Actually, Dale, if he ever comes back on the show, he's on his show tonight. Bengals and Brews. They got Jeremy Rout on the show tonight.
Nice, my
Joe
guy.
D's,
call him Jay Ranch. He'll know exactly who said it. I call him Jay Ranch. Yep, Mr. Ranch. I just yell Mr. Ranch when I see him.
I got you. So I have to ask you, what is up with the porn stash? I mean, people ask me about that too. So I was like, I don't know. I'll ask him when he gets on the show.
It's a Houday stash.
Uh-huh.
But I just ended up, I put it on Instagram. I've never grown a mustache. I've never been able to like grow facial hair like for work. I can't really grow it that well anyway.
Hey, he's back.
Peter actually said there's too much great facial hair on this show. You got to take a break.
I understand that. I get it. Yeah, he was asking me about the mustache, and it's the Houday stash. It started on Instagram. I put it on my story like 3 weeks ago because I was like 3 or 4 days in. I'm like, hey, they won. Should I keep it? And everyone like replied yes. I was like, kind of buzzed and wasn't hoping it would stick. Now I got to be held accountable.
That's a thing. It's a thing.
I have a mullet, so I understand.
Oh, you revealed the mullet. Holy crap. You had that for a couple weeks now.
I've had it for about 4 weeks. Besides with the win streak that's going on.
The reason I kept talking him into doing this because he did this last year when we went on our playoff run. I said, you got to do it again. I was like, It was lucky last year.
But I'm a teacher. Do you understand how the other coworkers look at you when you walk in and you've got a shitty mullet because you.
Well, the thing is, you're on the shows and nobody ever sees it. Everybody sees it when you're at work.
Oh, yeah, they see it there. You get looks, which I'm going to trim it down even more and make it more of a mullet this weekend.
I like it a lot.
We got some true. I'm not repeating everything, but we got some true West Siders in this chat, baby. I love it.
Natural born pussy liqueur.
That's Rick the Rock right there.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't he look like the Rock?
Look at the picture.
Yeah.
That's the Rock.
Yeah, he does. He could beat my ass, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's freaking military badass.
Yeah, former military badass. Exactly. One of these days, I hope to actually meet him in person. He'll probably crush my hand, shake or whatever. So, yeah, pork chop's on the west side too.
There we go.
A lot of west side boys in here. So, all right, Brandon, real quick here.
Me 2 hours away. There's a west coast and an east coast. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
You're out in the boondock coast, the boondocks. So tell everybody about your mental game podcast that you had going on with Chatterbox.
Yeah, so it's the mental game, and it's a podcast I started after I left WLWT. Love my time in. It's so hard not to look down at the comments. I love my time working in local TV, like we were just talking about with George at Channel 5. I was there almost 5 years. I got to cover the Bengals going to the Super Bowl, UC, and the college football playoff. But a lot of crazy personal stuff going on. I had suffered from depression and battling suicidal thoughts for on and off for about 12, 13 years. And then maybe 14, 15. Since I was 14 years old, I'm 29, so 15 years.
I thought math was not a part of this podcast.
Yeah. No, math is not good for me. But then the last year was really tough. I lost 3 of my family members, including my cousin Ben, who was like my brother. He died of a heart attack the day before the Titans playoff game, and he was supposed to be with me there. So that was pretty tough. And then my girlfriend and I at the time were going back and forth, fighting, breaking up, and it just was a lot for me. And I'd take time off work, take 2-3 weeks off, check myself into Linder Center Hope in Mason, which is an amazing place. And after that, I kind of realized once I started talking about it that it helped people if I talked about it. And I'm just this random sports reporter from Cincinnati. What if I could get these big time athletes or musicians or actors, whoever it is? And so the idea was born, me just kind of thinking at night one day, and I was talking to my therapist, like, yeah, this would be a cool, like, career path for me. It's two of my passions, sports and mental health, and bring them together. And so now we've done it, and it's been about a month in. It's been super fun. The first ever guest was Sam Hubbard. We've got Ricky Williams on, Kate Flannery from The Office, and the list just keeps growing. So we're doing 15 seasons an episode. This past week, we had Sean Miller on before the Crosstown Shootout. Last night was Joe Thomas, the Browns legend. So we've been rocking and rolling. It's been fun.
That's awesome. And full disclosure, we had Sam Hubbard on our show too for Dale was there. He was on for like 5 seconds, right, Dale? I mean, I'm counting
not 5 seconds. It's like 2, maybe.
I don't care.
Seconds.
I'm counting it. It counted. He was on.
His
face.
Well, give me the breakdown of the 2 seconds. Do you have Wi-Fi problems, or was he in passing, or what?
He was in passing because Bengals captain. He comes on the show on Mondays. So he's like, I said, you good for today? And he's like, yeah, I'll be on for a little bit. He goes, I got a dinner that I'm supposed to go to, but I'll jump on for a little bit. I'm like, all right. He's like, send me a link. I'm like, all right. So I sent him a link. So I didn't realize this, but he was bowling with the Bengals defensive line
last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's jumping on, and his internet kind of sucked. It cut in and out. And he's like, hold on a second. I got somebody for you. And all of a sudden it pops up, and Sam's walks up. We're like, hey, Sam, how you doing?
I'm like, who they, Sam? And then it was pretty much it.
Yeah, I was like, that counted. He was on my show. So
that's true. It counts. It does count. I'm
counting it.
Well, my wife got super wet in those 2 seconds, so that's all that matters.
Exactly. She always wants. Well, I was thinking is like, Brandon, you said you went to the Sam Hubbard's Fulling tournament this summer. I was there too, and Marissa was blowing my phone up. Can you take a picture of Sam's butt? I'm like, no, I'm not taking a picture of his butt. She's, please. I'm like, all right. So I actually took a picture with him. I said, all right, I have a friend of mine. His wife really wants a picture of your butt. He goes, okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna go over here and I'll be back. So I legitimately asked him, and he basically said no.
That's tough. I live in Oakley now, and I went to the Skyline up here 2 nights ago for dinner. And this waitress, who I'm sure is like 20, 22 years old, starts talking about Sam Hubbard. And I'm just like sitting there at the bar by myself, or at the diner table by myself. And they go, she goes, I'm like, yeah, Sam's a great dude. She's like, do you know him? Do you know Sam Hubbard? And I'm like, yeah, I used to work, I was a sports reporter. And then I do this podcast now. He's on it. And she like starts like tearing up about it. And I'm like, whoa. And so for me, it's funny, like hearing people's reactions, because like I've actually, I've become friends with him over the years of working with him. And some players, you don't have that. He's just a really good dude. We're both Cincinnati GCL guys. So it's been cool to see. But it is funny to see.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I don't want my wife.
I know what
over him 24/7, Brandon.
I know when I post photo, like if I post a photo of us like at that bowling tournament or a golf tournament that we did together, or whatever, or the podcast, like my DMs like just go up. And it's not for me, unfortunately. That was the funniest thing, is that my buddies in college would be like being on TV, that's got to help your dating life. It's got to help it. I'm like, really? It doesn't. It's I work really late, work every weekend, And the only people that come up to me at bars are guys like 21 to 30 that want to talk about sports, which is cool. I loved it, but it did not help my game whatsoever.
Probably not. Probably not. God damn, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I lost train of thought. It's the whole Sam Hubbard thing. But
So I have a question. When you get the picture with Sam, is it kind of hard to get you guys in the same shot? Because you know,
It is. Yeah, that's I am short. I'm 5'8" on a good
Wow.
on a
hey,
good
Brandon, invited you on my show. Thanks for coming on. Now let's talk shit about your height.
That's
hey,
fine.
Sam's taller than I am. It would be hard for us to get on the
Well,
same.
when we were in the Betfred suite this past weekend for the Bengals game,
Subtle
and
flex.
yeah, and we were with I see him on the show, so I got to say it.
Yeah.
We were with I'm good friends with Lenny Stokes and DeMar Johnson, so we were in there too. And so when I go out with those guys, it's just stupid. I'm like
Oh yeah,
a foot and a half shorter than these former UC and NBA players.
Gee, yeah. I reached out to both. I got both the numbers. Hopefully, I'll get them on the show. But yeah, DeMar Johnson is a freaking giant. I'm like, holy crap. The funny thing was, Nick from Betfred, because I couldn't. I was like, I recognized both of them, DeMar and Stokes. So I'm like, I asked Nick. I said, who are they? I said, I know them. I couldn't just place them.
Yeah.
And Nick goes, well, that one's Kenyon Martin. I go, that's not Kenyon Martin. I said, I know what Kenyon Martin looks like. That is not him.
Yeah.
He's like, well, who is it then? I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. So I had to walk up and talk to him. And then he's like, I'm DeMar Johnson. I'm like, oh, dude. I said, first thing I said
behind him.
Yeah.
Now was either one of those the guys when I was like living on a prayer? I was like, oh man, every time with living on a prayer comes on, and the one guy's like, I'm glad you said it.
We were screaming that.
I don't know who that was that one of those guys. I don't know.
remember who said
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We were in the suite singing "Living on the Prayer," and one of them said something. I was partaking in the free beer, so I don't remember.
yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Now
I remember singing. I remember somebody saying that. I don't remember who said it.
It was fun. Like I was like, he's like, I'm glad you said it, and I was like, it's true. When that song comes on, white people will lose their mind.
It's a great
It's all
song.
true.
It's
Kinda
like the
your
Chappelle's.
You're just like your wife loses her mind over Sam Hubbard.
Oh,
There you go.
thanks for bringing it up, Brandon. Wow.
There you go.
All
Come on,
right,
Brad.
Is she,
Brad,
still
pow.
sitting off, is she still sitting off to the side, like hearing Sam Hubbard?
No, she had to take the kids to Walmart for some reason. So
Okay. All right. Well,
Hey,
that's
Brad, you gotta give me a pound on that one. That one was
sorry.
good.
There you go.
Bam, boom. There you go. That was good. I like that one. You gotta give Dale some crap sometimes. I mean, come on. What are friends for?
I never do that.
I know exactly.
You know what's funny about this vibe is like we came on the podcast from the top rope. When I went on Bengals and Brews with y'all, it was like such a serious conversation about.
It was supposed to be this vibe.
I know. Well, I can come back and do that too. But we had a really good conversation. So
that's what I told Jeff.
I'm not an a-hole. I'm a good man, or at least I try to be.
Oh, you're good, dude. Yeah, no,
I told Jeff, I said that conversation needed to happen, but can we not do that fully again on here?
Yeah, no, we don't have to. It is weird for me now because that is kind of my career where like instead of people might come up and talk to me about the Bengals or they might make a comment about Phil Castellini opening day interview.
Right. Which was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't, but
Well, no, actually, that you brought that up. I have to ask this. You actually gave him an out, and he doubled down on it. Are you thinking in your head going, dude? You know you're burying yourself?
Yeah, I tried to ask it. Well, you have to think like when you work in that business, you know these people and you see them all the time, and so like I was trying to ask it in a nice way and the easiest way, and I could not have done it in a more layup, slam dunk way.
Right.
And I didn't know that the camera was on a 2-shot. I thought it was solo on him. So I was looking back at our photographer at Channel 5 going, like in my head going, oh my God. And then as soon as we got done, my phone started blowing up and I'm like, oh man.
But you tried to even give him an out. That's like what
I did.
Yeah.
I tried, and what happened after that obviously speaks for itself on the field. So
he's like, nope, I'm gonna go just roast all the Reds fans. Screw them.
and what like I'm like the most Cincinnati kid it comes to. Like I love the Reds, like the Reds, and like the Reds were my number one team growing up because I just missed the 90 World Series. I watched, if I have it here, Let's see.
We got.
I have a cassette from the 1990 World Series.
I got that. I got that same one right over there.
I watched this like my dad. I watched this probably 300 times growing up.
Yep.
And then we got Junior. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be sick. So I'm the biggest Reds fan. So like, I don't know. You know, I've kind of heard some. You know how maybe the people up top of the Reds feel about me after that interview, and I understand being frustrated and me working in mental health.
But it wasn't your fault.
No. Well, the Twitter stuff. That was like every time they lost, I posted the picture. So,
Brandon, you weren't the only
As
one.
you should. As you should.
Dude,
That was the fan part of you.
Oh, dude.
Well, I'm a voice for the fan. I'm also a voice for the fan that has that access. So
Right.
like, and or has that platform. So, and here was my thing. If we want to go full circle with it, you can ask people with the Bengals fans. I dogged Mike Brown and the Bengals when they were bad, and I asked Mike Brown the same questions, and Marvin Lewis and Zach Taylor the same questions.
And they didn't take the bait.
Yeah, well, it didn't affect our relationship,
Right.
and it helps that they're winning now. But like, I don't know, maybe Marvin and I probably didn't have the best relationship, but I came in his last year. Zach and I have had a great relationship since he's been here. The Brown family, you know, wished me well on my final day in the locker room, and so that was cool. But like, I was giving them the same treatment. Like it wasn't like it wasn't personal. Maybe it was personal for my fandom because I'm a Reds fan, but I'm trying to bury that
Right.
and not bring it up just because of me working in mental health. And like, I don't want, the people that put, blood, sweat, and tears into that business, me to affect their mental health. And I'm sure it has. And in that moment, I don't think I crossed the line. I think I towed it. And so we'll see. I'm probably not going to go to a Reds game this year unless somehow they're good, but
I didn't go to any last year. I mean, that honestly, that sent me over the top. I mean, I was ticked off to begin with what they did because I'm with you. I mean, I'm a little older. I was alive for the 1990. That's my favorite team of all time. I was actually alive in '75, but that's the year I was born. So I heard my whole life from my grandpa. He's a huge Pete Rose fan. My grandma was a huge Pete Rose fan. Hell, I got a freaking Pete Rose jersey with Trinipole 14 on the back of it. I had a whole Reds outfit for my grandparents. Awesome. So I was a huge Reds fan growing up, and for what, like my son is 22 years old. He's seen 4 playoff runs from them in 22 freaking years. That's it. So the Bengals have had way more. I know they didn't win a playoff game forever until, last year, but they went to way more playoff games than the Reds have. So he's more of a football fan than he is a baseball fan. And it has a lot to do with not winning. And when Phil said that, I'm just kind of like, are you serious? I'm like, I don't know. That just set me over the top. So
And here's the thing. I don't want Brandon to say or anybody else, but they need to sell the team. They need to get an ownership in here that's willing to win. And all of Cincinnati will be happy when that happens. And then anything that happened in that, we'll just let it go and everybody can go back to the stadium and enjoy themselves. While these guys are here, it's not going to happen.
So happy early birthday, our stranger. I don't know when your birthday is, but happy birthday there, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Go ahead, Brandon. What?
I was going to say, I love Great American Ballpark. I love the Reds, and it's so much fun to go down there and watch a game. I just like when they were good, like those last couple of years, like I went on a road trip on my off days to Milwaukee to watch them. Like
right
in the second half of the season, I watched my off nights. I live in Covington. I would just walk literally right across the river on the Roebling Bridge. I probably went to 30 games on my off nights, and I worked the other, 50 or 45 that I was working those nights. Like it was must see baseball. People like loved it. And so it's really tough. And then when you have those two teams side by side, and baseball is totally different than football,
right?
Totally different. But when you see a team that's winning, it's hard to not have the fans riled up. And then what's said on opening day and then going 1-19, it's just the rest of the
right. The one day everybody's excited about the season and everything, he goes and basically ruins it. I'm like, anyway. So, all right. So enough of that. Let's get to the Bengals here. And the Bengals coming off this, finally got the monkey off their back against the Browns, rolling into Tampa. It's going to be, I call it.
Hold on, time out. Do you want a medium shirt or a large?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at you.
Alan. You already got one, don't you?
I got one.
Send him another one.
It would have been 2. My mom has it now.
Oh, there. You need a smaller
I
one?
think a medium. Unless I keep eating Skyline like twice a week, then we might go to large. But well, I'm trying to get back into Orange Theory, so we'll do a medium.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So actually, I need a can we send that to Chatterbox? Is that the best places? I have to get out of here. I need to get the address because I want to send Tom Brenneman some Jackpot Joey stuff. Answer, and we can send you some beer too.
That's the guy from Chatterbox that wanted to fight me in the suite.
You
remember what I'm talking about?
Trace, he's my boss. Yeah, I think he thought
Ryan scored, and it was actually Jeff's son who had said but he was joking around too. It was like, "Oh, Nixon over P. Ryan," which I'm like, I literally went on a whole show of mine talking about P. Ryan should get more carries.
I think he had a mix up of who you were. I thought he goes Trace and Zim Hude go in the same Twitter space. And by the way,
he yelling at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like,
yeah,
I like them both.
Yes,
I was like, I like them both. Why are you yelling at me? So I'm not trying to get you in trouble with your phone.
Yeah, no, you're good. It was. I remember that moment. I'm like,
it was so awkward for me because I was like,
I think he probably thought you were from that that Twitter space. I don't know.
Where was I at? Was I sitting next to you?
Probably. You're just.
I don't remember that at all.
Or you were crapping your pants. I don't know if Brandon smelled that. But good Lord.
I did not.
That happened a good 4 times. Glad you weren't sitting by Jeff. That's all I can say.
Hey, the food was very good up there is all I got to say.
Have you been in a suite before?
No, I've never been in a suite in at the Bengals. I've not been in a suite.
Yeah, at the Bengals.
Yeah, at the Reds, I had walked in when I was I think I had walked in just to say hi to some friends, but I've never sat in a suite for a game before, so that was awesome.
Dude, it was weird. I didn't even know how to act.
Yeah, I tried.
Jeff was yelling the whole time. Every third down, everything. Jeff was just yelling.
I was
dude,
so was Chandler. We're like, ah!
Your guys' side table was rowdy.
Yeah, so the second half, I was like, well, screw it. I'm just going to start. They haven't kicked us out. From Jeff, so I just.
Hey, you're at a football game. You're supposed to cheer. It was an open. It wasn't like we were in a glass. It was open. They could hear us. So
I know, but there was older people down in front of us and stuff, and I was like,
I don't know. I was yelling above them. It wasn't.
We had a bathroom in there. We didn't have to go anywhere for a bathroom.
How nice was that bath? They
had blew my mind.
And they had Bengals napkins and everything. It was you don't worry. We're never getting up there again. So don't have to worry.
I know. That's why I'm talking about it now because I know I'll never experience it again. But I'm letting everyone else know that it was pretty freaking cool.
It was pretty freaking cool. Oh my goodness, you're making me laugh so much. I'm tearing up.
Hey, here's food, and then it was like, oh, here's beer, and then it was like, that ran out. They brought more. I'm like, wait, what?
That was the funny thing, Brandon. They ran out of beer, so we started drinking the high noon stuff, and then all of a sudden, Dale looks back. He goes, "It's magic. It's full of beer." I'm like, yes. I was like, I like this.
Hell yeah.
Mind blown. It just appeared like
old 740 white trash Altman. Like, fuck, are you kidding me? They refilled that shit.
Like, dang on.
Oh
my goodness. All right,
sorry, Brandon.
For the show off the rails here, let's get to kind of what Dean brought up here. He said, no, that's not that one.
I was gonna say, and he wasn't messing with me. He was just he thought I was somebody, and I was like, I don't know kind of what you're
right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like them both.
Exactly. All right. Now this is the comment I was trying to get to. Love what Jackpot Joey said today in an interview. He's Tom, I'm Joe. And this is kind of what I was setting this up as. I think this could be more of the passing of the torch from Tom Brady to Joe Burrow, because I think it's the old GOAT versus hopefully the new GOAT, which is what I keep calling him. What is it that big of a significant of a game, Brandon, to you, or this just another game, you think?
I think it's big. I think it's huge. It's going to be maybe the only time that Joe Burrow and Tom Brady play each other. I mean, I could see a scenario where Tom tries to go back to New England, maybe. I don't know. That's like the farewell tour, possibly. Mm-hmm. But I think it is a big deal because the Bengals were just in the Super Bowl. It is Joe Burrow playing Tom Brady. I know he made the comment that's just because that's how Joe is.
Right.
But it is, in theory, a passing of the torch, I think. I mean, if you want to be the GOAT, you got to beat the GOAT. That's part of it.
All right, Ric Flair.
Woo!
I know. I need that shotgun, the beers,
Exactly. Actually, hey,
or together. That's what I meant.
all right. So we got another shirt. If you want to be the goat, you got to beat the goat. Go ahead, write that down, Dale. Make that
Well, there's so many Cincinnati shirt companies. Don't worry, it's already in the process.
I'm still waiting for the damn it
And
Dale
you
shirt to come out.
Can't trademark it fast enough for them to be printed.
Exactly. So, Brandon, are you going down to the game, or are you staying up here?
I'm not. I went to the Chiefs game here, and then I went to the game with y'all this past weekend against the Browns. So I am laying low and hanging out, probably watch it with my family, and just that's kind of the nice thing about the schedule now. I can do that.
Well,
do that
Dale's not going because he won't get on a plane. Let's be honest. I told
I'm
him.
also a broke teacher, but that's
Who just spent $200 on a damn Juice jersey? But okay.
Okay, but a flight, tickets, hotel, that's different.
Dude, you can stay with me.
Sounds like a good time.
I'm sorry, I don't want to wake up with a little bit of morning.
Hey,
Jeffrey.
Hey, what you do with your own time? That's between you and whoever.
I'll just sit here.
Anyway,
holy crap! I had Dale speechless. Oh my god!
You did it. So the Bills game. You going to the Bills game, Brandon?
I want to. If I have not bought a ticket yet, but that is going to be electric. Monday night. It's the second day, like gambling's legal. It's the Bills.
You got to at least come down and tailgate. But
oh yeah, don't worry. We can figure that one out. I can figure out an Uber down. No
good berries. Like they're coming in. They're supposed to meet up with us. Like that's two people I haven't met that I just want to meet so badly because they've been on Bengals and Brews like 4 times now, and we're having them on again right before the game on Friday. So.
Yeah, see, they like Dale better than me. They've only been on my show a couple of times, so it's fine. Whatever.
We just get smashed during the show, and then we talk about. We don't even talk about sports half the time. We talk about Star Wars or whatever shows are out, or it's just a good time.
They literally have live streams on their show, literally.
Oh wow, well that'll help.
No, you did that.
Okay, I was gonna say.
To be fair, Brandon, Iceman came on. He had his earbud in. He's sitting outside by his fire. So it comes on Bengals and Brews. We got the Good Berries on. Cap was on with that one too. Iceman, we're just chilling. This is over the summer. And he's like, I'll be right back. So he goes off. And then all of a sudden we just hear someone pissing. He didn't.
I didn't turn my earbuds off. I didn't take them off. And
That's tough.
I forgot they had microphones on it. So all of a sudden you hear Joe go, is somebody peeing? Or that was Era, I think it was. I'm like, oh crap.
No, it was Joe Goodberry that said it first. He heard it first, then Derek's like, yeah, I heard it. Yeah, and it was you. Yep.
Like, my bad. Whatever. Like I said, people like, oh, I'm too scared to do a podcast. Trust me, I've done every dumb thing you can do on a podcast. So.
On mine, usually you're responsible on this one.
Usually, exactly.
All right, Brandon. Do you think we run the table? I'm going to ask a serious Bengals question.
I was just about to say that.
Yes.
Woo! There we go, baby.
Because
that's
2-day stash has to stay.
Yeah.
I will gladly wear this all the way until September when they, start slow again after we win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Same thing with the mullet, man. We are doing our part. Jeff, what are you doing?
I haven't cut my hair in a month.
There you go.
That's because I haven't had time to do it, but there you go. I knew you were going to ask me that. I had it already locked and loaded. I'm ready to go. Yeah, that's what I do.
Like my hair is getting annoying in the back, like it's starting to curl even like an actual.
Oh, dude! If I ever grow my hair, when I grow my hair long, it's all big and curly and everything. It's annoying.
I do think this team is better than last year's team, and they're doing the same thing they did last season. Where getting hot at the right time, and the schedule is really tough. Yes, but look at what they just did. I mean, they just went 3-0 against the Chiefs. They've won 5 in a row. Finally got the Browns monkey off Joe Burrow's back.
They're on a burner again, dude. They're on.
They are. It feels so cool to be able to watch a team because you remember so many Bengals teams throughout the years, or just Cincinnati teams in general.
Mm-hmm.
We're going, all right, Here we go. Here's the comeback. Here they're gonna blow it now. When you have Burrow, it's like just totally different.
Exactly. He's on another level. That's why I've said this before on this podcast. The only time I've ever rooted for the Bengals to lose was that Miami game in 2019 because I wanted that number 1 pick, and they freaked me to out. They almost won it.
I just told this story at the office earlier today because we were bringing up that game for some reason, and I was down there covering that game. I was shooting it with my camera and also reporting. So I after the first half, I'm done shooting. I shoot like 5-6 different stories, packing stuff up. Bengals come back, so I have to go down there. The Hail Mary, Tyler Eifert, and then Dalton scores 2-point conversion and just like spikes it right at my feet. And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, Andy's a great guy.
Yeah.
Love everything him and JJ did for the city,
right.
Everything he did for the Bengals.
Give me Joe Burrow.
But I need Joe Burrow.
Yes.
So, like, in my head, I'm with the camera. I'm going, no. Oh.
Brandon, I was with you. Here, let's get to some of the questions here in the comments here. Cincy James says, Brandon, who is your most important player going forward this season besides Burrow?
And you can't say Joe Mixon.
Okay.
I feel like that's the easiest answer.
Yeah, no, I'll say this with the injury, Trey Hendrickson. I mean, I seeing how he comes back from that, and when he plays, if he plays this weekend, if he puts a cast on in a couple weeks and plays with it, I mean, that dude has been an animal since he's come up here, and having both him and Hubbard on the outside, Reader and BJ Hill on the inside, I mean, it's a force to be reckoned with. And so I think Travion Henderson being – did I say Travion? Trey Henderson.
Travion.
Sorry. There's
Travion Williams.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. I can't believe at least I caught myself. I didn't keep
Yeah.
going.
I'm sitting going, who?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have corrected you.
Trey Hendrickson is one of the Bengals, top 5 players impact-wise, just the way he makes on the field?
Yeah.
Got to be.
Absolutely. Now, another one I always like bringing, we start talking about defense, the guy I like bringing up is I think
DJ Reader.
Dude, he's the most important person on that team, I think. I mean, I know, but seriously, I mean,
it's true.
Look how the defense played when he wasn't there, and look how they're playing now. Pass rush is better, your run game's better. DJ Reader better make the Pro Bowl this year. If not, it's a freaking travesty. What's your thoughts on my boy?
And Pro Bowl's a fucking joke, but
true. But
continue,
still.
Brandon.
They don't. Is this the first year they're not actually playing the Pro Bowl?
Is that be a flag football game?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know if it started this year.
I don't know. They're having
probably is this year.
Yeah, it's in Vegas. They said something about a flag football game. So I don't know if that's the
anyway. Yeah, DJ Reader's the man. I mean, he's so good, and like you said, when he wasn't there, you felt it. When he's back, it adds so much. You saw it this past week when you have a team like Cleveland that loves it. I mean, they had some good runs, but they weren't able to break through and get on the other side and beat the Bengals because of their running attack. So also when you bring in Jacoby Brissett to throw 30 yards on 4th and what was that?
What's up with that?
I
think we all said thank you.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Thank you, Stefanski. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Exactly. All right, stranger here. Oh, hold on a second. Stranger
Brandon was still talking. I interrupted.
Oh no, you're fine. DJ Reader's the man. That's all I got.
There you go. All right, stranger. Now, this I think would be kind of hard, but serious Bengals question. Does anyone do us the favor of beating KC? KC's got one of the easiest damn schedules going down the stretch. I don't know.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean,
last game of the season, let's ride.
I just don't see it. We were going over that schedule earlier today. It's just cupcake after cupcake. It's so
meanwhile, Seattle, but it's in Kansas City. I seen someone say Seattle, but
yeah, Osai has played or is one of another guy that's just found his way to make a big impact on defense. It's been super fun to watch. I have a question for you guys. Would you rather have, if you're going to play somebody in the AFC Championship game, who would you rather have? Kansas City a 4th time to try to beat them a 4th time, or the Bills?
Are you playing in Buffalo, or are you playing in Cincy?
Just say we're on the road for both.
Yeah, we're on the road for both.
I'll take Kansas City.
I'll also take Kansas City.
I
don't know why.
Well, it's to me, it's the weather in Buffalo. That's why.
Yeah. Now, if I have the confidence in them beating them 3 straight times, but if they beat them on Monday Night Football and they look really good, then my answer might change because it's really tough.
Yeah.
But as of right now,
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Kansas City.
Yeah,
it's kind of Buffalo's the great unknown. Like,
I mean, I think we could beat Buffalo. Like I said, there's not a team out there that I don't think the Bengals can beat. I think we're built, like you said, Brandon, earlier in this podcast, we're better than last year. We fixed, as long as we stay healthy, we fixed the holes we had with the offensive line, our boy Teddy K. But that's where I think we're built to win everything. I mean, if we had this offensive line last year, I don't think the Super Bowl is close, to be honest.
Yeah. And the Super Bowl should have been ours anyways if it wasn't for a shitty call against Logan Wilson. I hate playing the what if game.
Yeah, that was tough. That was not holding.
No, God, no, that wasn't holding. That was
especially the way they called the game on both sides.
Hell, T got away with a face mask. He didn't even call it.
And T got grabbed. He's seen his whole jersey pulled on the first freaking drive of the game.
Yep.
We got off to a fast start on that first drive. We might have fucking boat raced them. It's the what if game.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but that's why, boys, this year it's going to happen. We're going to win this damn thing. Because last year, Brandon, I don't know, since we sponsored by Betfred and, sports gaming is legal here come January. Last year, it wasn't as easy as making a bet on my phone. I had to drive down to Lawrenceburg. Yeah. I don't know if you heard the story or not, but I drove down to Lawrenceburg to place $100 on the Bengals to just go to the Super Bowl. Well, I went down there in the sports bet.
Hell yeah, Jeff, you got a bot in here. You're big time.
Whatever. They're always on there. They're driving me nuts. Go away.
You want to find love? Yes, I do.
They're only in here.
Tell my wife though.
They're only in there because you're on the show. That's it. That's what some of the comments were. See, it's pop back up again. So anyway, I went down there to try to place the bet. The sports book was closed. So what is this? Stop. Go away. Go away.
So he never went back to place the bet again.
Yeah,
and the Bengals won the Super Bowl. And he would have won
$3,000.
Yeah.
It would have been nice. Now they're gone. Okay. Stupid things. Anyway, so that's the thing. I lost my whole train of thought with this stupid comments going on.
I finished it.
Thank you. But that's the thing is this year I placed the bet. So I think they're going to win. That's what I'm saying. I didn't do it last year.
And if we lose, we can all blame you.
Yeah, exactly. What? Well, Brandon?
Oh, I was saying, did you place a bet on them to win this time, not just go?
Yes. To place on the win this time. So yeah.
There you go.
All right.
What would you win?
I don't even remember what the odds were. I have no idea. Whatever. We'll see. Yeah. It's bad. If I pay attention to it too much, it'll drive me nuts.
Place like a 50-cent bet. This motherfucker, he's the cheapest motherfucker.
It's not 50 cents. It's probably $50. Favorite sports interview you've ever done?
It's tough.
It's the Strawberry Ice Show. Jeez.
Well, yes, Strawberry Ice.
He's talking about him as an interview.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm getting interviewed here. It's different. I think the most notable one is the viral one with Phil Castellini and the Reds. I don't think that's my favorite though, because it's just like I've got to meet
pain.
Huh? Because it's pain. Yeah. Well, I got to meet so many like cool people and do like good stories and interviews. I've interviewed Drew Brees, Shaq, Burrow, Joey Votto, AJ Green. I don't know what my favorite interview.
Flex.
Yeah. I don't know what my favorite flex. I don't know what my favorite interview would be, but I'll say this: my two favorite guys I've ever worked with are Drew Brees and AJ Green, because they are just both professionals and they're down to earth. They want to get to know you. They're super nice. Like AJ, I remember when you work in TV, some of the times you're by yourself, you have camera light, microphone, and sometimes something goes wrong. You got to set it up. I won't say who it was because I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus, but there was a rookie for the Bengals a few years ago that was not a fan of doing interviews or lights or just acted very, very.
Are they still on the team?
No, very confident in themselves, and they were young. I get it, stuff happens. But AJ Green, I remember the next day I interviewed him by myself, and my mic effed up, and I needed a second to figure it out. And because AJ Green's this good of a dude, he's got every right in the world to walk away. He's making how many millions of dollars a year, sits there with me for 3 or 4 minutes while I figure it out, does the 5-minute interview. and that's it. And I'm just like, I wanted to go tell that other player, like, you need to watch what AJ Green just did and be more like him. So I think AJ Green's probably the best athlete I've worked with. Him and Drew Brees are like neck and neck, but I've had some cool interviews. I've never been asked that before, I don't think. Maybe
Great question.
Good question. Yeah. I think everyone knows me for the Phil, like the Phil interview with the Reds. I get at when I was out after that for like the next month, I would go out and I would just get people yelling at me, like, where are you gonna go? Or
Where
like,
you gotta go?
something about the Reds. But it was it's like I
What
said.
about Shaq?
What about Shaq?
Like you mentioned Shaq.
Yeah, so I covered the Saints and LSU before I came back home to Cincinnati, and so he came back for a SEC championship reunion team at LSU, and so I got the chance to meet him there, and we like did a quick interview about him being back. But then I took a picture with him, and I gotta. You talk about
Hey, little guy.
Exactly. But
I'm gonna pick you up.
He shot a 3 at halftime.
Yeah.
And made it. Nothing but net.
Oh, he made it.
Yeah, Shaq did one shot, and I got it on camera, and it went, obviously all over the place on the internet. But yeah, Shaq was awesome. I don't know if I'll be able to go back this far, but I'm so tiny. He was wearing a shirt that said he was wearing a Biggie Smalls shirt. So my caption, I think, was he's Biggie and I'm Smalls.
That's solid. That's solid.
Which is very true.
While you're looking that up, I'll put this up there quick because I was going to say this before James said it. Yeah, he had the great question. He said that means you need to come on their show.
Sure. Where's James at tonight?
James, well, he's in the chats. He's waiting for you to come on Rally Around the Natty on their show.
Okay, sign me up. I get around all the Bengals shows.
It'll be a podcast slut like the rest of us.
Exactly.
That's my life now. I'm trying to find
round
this.
and round you go. Hey, Dale, Richard's got a question for you or a statement for you. Dale, get on the airplane. It's not that bad. Don't sit by the window. Who dey? He said it.
Richard, do you also have the Xannies for me?
Holy crap. Yep. You're like, got your head up like this, trying to take the picture. I see it. Yep. That's cool.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, James, go ahead and DM me. That's cool.
That's awesome.
It's not cool, James. Can't slide in those DMs. They're reserved for me.
Well, hell, I can't even DM Brandon. He doesn't follow me on Twitter yet.
He gave you his fucking cell phone number.
That's true. Whatever, I guess. Now everybody's gonna be asking me for Brandon's number. Oh my god, dude! Especially all the girls. Like, oh my god, do you have Brandon's number?
That's not no. What happens is the girls ask me for Sam Hubbard's number. That's how.
Exactly.
Brandon, do you have Sam's number for my wife's sake?
Yes.
I will never ask for a favor. But my God, she wants to have sex with me all the time. Could you just literally get Sam to like record a 2-second message that's like,
this is so
hey Marissa, you're super hot. And then she can just go in the bedroom.
All right, we get it. We're good. We're good.
With
I don't know, because I have this mustache now that brings out all this talk. Is that what it is?
No, it's just
I
Dale.
talk like this constantly.
See, you were on Dale's show and you're serious. This is Dale normally.
I'm doing a fucking Jaeger bomb.
Well, I'll be watching Thursday Night Football down the road here in Oakley after I got to be responsible and like go to Kroger and make dinner, but then I'll be doing. I don't know if I'll be doing Jaeger bombs. Probably just Coors Light.
Can't believe you're not going to watch my show at 7:00 with Jeremy. Is it Roush?
Roush.
Tell me.
Wait, call him Mr. Okay, this is what I'll do. I will watch it and I'll comment on it because you got to call him Mr. Ranch and see if he can guess who told you that.
Mr. Ranch?
That's Mr. what I yell at him.
Man, you're setting me up for failure. This guy's gonna like
don't introduce him directly like that. Just squeeze it in there. Be like, someone I know, my friend told me to call you Mr. Ranch. Would you know who that would be? Something subtle like that.
But is it Roush?
It's Roush. Jeremy Rao. Jeremy Rao.
Yeah.
Rao.
That's what I said.
Rao?
Yeah. Rao.
Rao.
I'm gonna fuck that up.
It's like growl, except it's Rao.
Yeah.
100% gonna fuck that up.
Oh,
Jeremy Rao. I said
Rao.
it this time, but I apologize when you're on the show because I'm gonna fuck it up. It's another 30 minutes.
Exactly. Either way, we got to let both of you go because Dale's got a show. You got to go to the store so you can watch Dale's show and Thursday Night Football. Brandon, before I let you go, tell everybody about your mental podcast game and everything and the chatterbox and all that stuff before I let you go.
Yeah, so the Mental Game Podcast, mental health podcast with different athletes, musicians, celebrities, actors, whoever you want, tweet at me. I'll try to get them on the show. It's just us sitting there talking about mental health, how we've dealt with different obstacles in our careers, personal life, depression, anxiety. And it's been super fun to be able to get these people that, you know, a lot of their fans and viewers think don't have problems and are, you know, rich and famous, be able to kind of relate to them and get that message. So that's one thing we're doing at Chatterbox. Obviously, we have Off the Bench with Tom Brenneman, Not Too Picky by Paul Frischner, which is a great gambling show. So a sports book opening.
Well, they're never bringing us on because I just get yelled at by the guy that, Jesus Christ.
And then we have Box Lunch, which is a great sports debate show with Trace Fowler and Reed Mouse. So, and it's a lot of fun. And Casey McAllister's our producer, director, does everything. And then he's famous in our office for saying the Browns stink every day.
Yes.
So you guys, I'm sure, love that.
Well, I was going to say, and coming in 2020, never Bengals and Brews.
Wait, what about Strawberry Ice? Like,
Hey, as long as Trace is done yelling at you, maybe we can get you guys on.
That might be the podcast. It's just Trace yelling at Dale. I think that's the podcast right there. Just reenactment.
And I'll just drink the whole time.
There you go. The recipe for success.
On that note, I will let you go, Brandon. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Hooday.
Hooday. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
See you, buddy.
See you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, Dale left. Great. Real quick. He had no idea what to do.
I was like, you just booted me.
I meant to boot him. He booted himself.
Oh,
And then I went to remote out, and you're in front of me. He had no idea what to do with you in there. He's like, all right, let's talk about the stash. Let's talk.
I'm just joking. I'm having fun, man.
I know. He's like,
It was awkward in the box when the guy kind of yelled at me, and I'm like, I was like, why are you yelling at me, bro? And Brandon, I remember looking at Brandon, like looked at him, was like, I think that's the wrong guy that you're thinking. That's why I had to bring it up because it was funny and awkward Sunday. So I was like,
I don't remember him yelling at you. I must have been cheering too much about the touchdown.
He didn't yell. He was just like, oh, where's Mixon at now? It's right after P. Ryan scored. I was like, I was like, I like them both. I don't know. He said it like 3 times. I think he said it 3 times because I just kept looking at him like, what? What the hell are you saying? What are you talking about?
He's supposed to come at you with, damn it, Dale.
I didn't know. I'm like, at least give me a reason to get yelled at. Like, fuck, I get yelled at constantly.
Trust me.
I live with fucking 3 women. One of them being my wife, one of them being about to turn 17 and 13. All I do is get in my ear. I have to come down here to get some sanity. And when I'm at Bengals games, the last thing I want to hear is somebody chirping at me. So I'm just like, what the hell going on? I'm like, what?
The list of you getting yelled at is long but distinguished. I would say that. Hey, you got to get out of here. You got a show at 7. You got to go set your show up.
I got to fucking piss. That's what I got to do. My dog's barking.
Jeremy Rao.
I'm shining all fuck that up. I guarantee it. Who day, y'all?
Who day? All right, guys. I hope you guys appreciate that as much as I do. Thanks to Brandon Sejo for coming on. Thanks to my boy Dale for always jumping on. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for the troll. I had to block from there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, we got one more day left. Tomorrow I don't have a guest yet. I reached out to a couple different people. Willie Lutz, if you're watching, I've DM'd you. I'm about to tweet you out and see if you want to come on. So it might just be you and me. I'll just have a fun Football Friday show. We'll find out. But anyway, let's get to the Facebook groups. That let me live stream, man. I appreciate every single one of them. There, Houday Nation, Houday Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar. And then you follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handles at Jeff A. Trunapole. TikTok is at Iceman90. YouTubers, we're at 2,007 people. That is awesome. Again, I appreciate every single one of you. If you missed any of the interview with Brandon Sejo or any of the crazy stuff Dale said and you want to watch it, or listen to it, I should say, not watch it. Check it out on the podcast. Let it be on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review on Apple Podcasts. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we got one more day until the weekend. I'm heading out Saturday night. Head down to Florida. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. People ask me if I'm going to go to the different things Saturday night. Saturday night, I'm going to be at a bar in Clearwater watching a local band there. Actually, the lead singer's from Ohio. I'll be going down there with my in-laws, my beautiful wife. We'll be having some fun down there. Again, please continue to keep my mother-in-law in your thoughts and prayers. Like I said, she's going through a lot of stuff right now. Like I said, I don't want to get into all the details of it, but she could use your thoughts, prayers, any good vibes, anything toward her. So don't forget her. Keep praying for her. Hopefully she'll get through this. And other than that, that's your sports, baby. See ya!
In the night, stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, day we ignite. Cincinnati, we gon' rise. In the jungle, we unite. Dripping orange and black and white. Day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, dripping heat. Tigers strike the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin', who that? Time to put your hands up. Bingo stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati, jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move closing on? Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we